Good afternoon and welcome to Kingsbridge Performance and 4x4. My name's Harry and I'm just going to show you around this Land Rover Defender which has just landed in stock with us. This one is a 2024 73 plates, covered just over 3,000 miles. So a really nice example. It's the X-Dynamic HSE, so top of the range variant with a host of additional extras. Obvious things comes first is probably the black exterior, the extended black exterior pack. So all of your grills, your lower valances on your front bumper, wheel arches, etc. You've got the side steps, some very nice urban style 22-inch alloy wheels. As you can probably imagine, the tyres with that lower miles are basically new. There's probably 7mm tread left in those. You've also got a little extension to the spoiler there, a little gloss black spoiler. You've got the gloss black Defender wheel cover on the back there with the red towing eye covers. Sorry, that little plate's just fallen off. We'll excuse that. Also got the red brake calipers in there as well. Obvious bits like your tinted windows on there. 360 cameras, grille surrounds all in black as well. One thing worth mentioning, this one is fitted with the Matrix LED headlights, which if you have never used those before, they are a bit of a game changer. Very clever headlight where a car can be coming the other way and it will block out just around the car. So it'll cut out those pixels where that car is, still keeping the high beam either side of that. So that is coming into this time of the year, an absolute game changer, especially if you live out in the country. On these dark winter nights, massive help. Obvious bits, front parking sensors, rear parking sensors, etc. Well, finished in Santorini Black, don't know if I mentioned, with the ebony leather interior in there as well. So in here, again, being the HSE X-Dynamic, you have got the panoramic roof, has got a clear view rear mirror. I'll give you a better look at that in a mo. And you've got your Meridian sound and the sort of black or dark grey powder coated metal board in there as well. So this one has also got the family pack, which is a very nice feature in these. Obviously 7 seats. These as a 7-seater, all of these seats do move independently. So this one is a 60-40 split. So these two move and that one moves forward as well. So you can increase that rear leg room in the back there as well. And again, I don't know if you can see over in that corner, you have got some heating elements in there as well. So whoever's in the back, any of the kids in the back, they do still get to benefit from air conditioning or heating. And again, in the back, I'll turn the engine on so you can see these, but you have got full climate control on here as well, independent of each side. So hotter, cooler, heated seats on the outer seats there as well. Brilliant feature for parents, as you well know. Children never like the same thing. If you have 2 or 3, we all know they're never happy with the same bits. And they always want to share, don't they? You've also got USB charging in the back. Again, with children, very important, keeping their iPads topped up for their longer journeys. And you have got a child separator or an armrest and drinks holders in the back there as well. Again, all of the side steps are finished in a matte black. So exterior wise, I think this thing looks absolutely fantastic, as is the full blacked out kit. And then you have got those extra large Land Rover mud flaps on there as well. Again, I think that really helps with the stance. With those wheels, the side steps and the mud flaps, I think that's an absolute must on these. Again, with the black exterior pack, makes a massive difference on these. Just looks really mean. Again, heated windscreen, the obvious bits and bats, keyless entry, keyless start. Again, with all of that, just jump on in the interior. So you see there, 3,140 miles. Again, Meridian sound system. All of the seats are electrically adjustable and memory in the front with obviously usual bits, electric lumbar support, etc. Now if we press this button here, it'll give us front seat heating as well as ventilation. So during the summer months when it's a bit warm in here, you can have air conditioned air coming through these tiny little holes in the seats, which is quite nice. Front heated windscreen, as we mentioned. And then with this mirror, that is also a camera which is fitted just sort of above, I think it's out of the antenna actually, but it's up high on the back anyway. So if you have got children in the back or anything obstructing your view, like so, you probably noticed there, all those seats in the way doesn't really help, or towing, etc. Useful feature to have. And again, with the 360 cameras, you can see that just there. So there's various views on here. You can switch this to a 3D sort of render of the car, and then you can flick through there for different angles, showing you curb view, all sorts of bits and bats on there as well, which is handy. For off-roading, there is also cameras on there. If you are going to use this off-road, let's face it, most of us probably would never use that, but if you are going to be off-roading, there is some camera settings for that also, and then also for your towing, so that'll allow you to successfully line up your tow bar. Whilst we're on this point, this has also been fitted with the tow bar on there as well, so that is electrically deployable. This is one of those features where even if a tow bar is never going to be something that you would use, it's a massive selling point for the future. It's just down, I can't remember where it is now, it's on here somewhere, there we go, tow bar. So it's very, very easy. Hit deploy, that will deploy out of the back and then pop itself away. Again, if you never use it, it's excellent when you're parking up. If you do deploy that, anybody reverses into you, it's more their problem than yours. And again, for future sale reasons, brilliant. Again, with the 7-seat package, that's another thing. If you don't need 7 seats, again, it's a great idea to have it spec'd onto the car anyway, because the people are looking for them. Fewer and further between, meaning better resale values on these things also. On here you've got the usual low range modes, you've got the hill descent control, stop start. Obviously this one has also been fitted with the air suspension. I think there's nearly £15,000 worth of options on this particular model, so all of the sort of key goods, all the bits that you would really like are all fitted. And just coming back up to the cluster there, you've got the obvious bits like your speed limit display on there, and then on here all of this is very configurable, so you can change your layouts of how this looks, what's on there. You can have your full map on there if you wanted, various driver assistances, etc. It's actually map view on there. You have got adaptive cruise control, heated steering wheel, lane assistant, blind spot monitoring. You just see that little light in the top corner, that'll tell you if there's someone in your blind spot. Again, cars of this size and certain blind spots, always handy to have these bits, hence why we, generally speaking, only go for X-Dynamic HSEs with all of these things fitted as standard. Plus, again, your little options on there as well. Moving down there, USB, normal USB and USB-C. Various charging points all over in these, there's plenty. And the drive of these is absolutely fantastic. It's like a Range Rover, but again with that sort of rugged build quality. And again, this one is the D250, so the 3-litre diesel. One of the better engines. We tend to avoid the 2 litres. And again, you have got the Matrix LED, very, very clever headlight system on there as well. As you can just see the automatic headlight system on there. And then in terms of infotainment, this is probably the more important stuff for people these days. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. For a lot of people these days, this is an absolute deal breaker in this day and age. Obviously fitted as standard, as well as usual bits, navigation, DAB, Bluetooth, etc. And then again with your climate control bits, you have got the middle row has the same system as this, so you have got independent temperature control, and again you have got some blower control in the 3rd row seating right at the back there. Weight sensing, all this comes as standard, Alexa, weather, various apps, and the driver assistance package. On here you can see the various bits you can have on there. Custom, and then you can customize all of these things to your liking. Some people really hate lane assist, I'm one of them. Stop start, all these sorts of things, really, really handy. Actually, it's still on the button in here, which is massive for me. Must admit, I really don't like using screens halfway through a drive to try and turn something off. That's irritating me, so it's nice that you can configure that exactly how you like it. But there you go, that's sort of a little look at that. I'll just show you actually the tow bar at the back. And again, just so you can see visually, there is your climate control on the rear. Again, you can have these all independently done. Might be set at the front actually to copy each other. And then again, heated seats, which are just these outer seats. And again, with these all do move independently of each other. This one has got some rubber matting at the back as well, which is handy. I must admit, for a family car, for 7 seats, for usable space, these are excellent. There is good room in these, and everything is I like to use the term relatively child-proof, to be honest with you. With all of that, they can't really make too much of a mess of these things kicking the backs of seats of their siblings, usual bits. And again, if you don't have children, that isn't a concern. You've still got a really big boot there as well, which is very handy. It's all nice and flat in there as well. That bit, by the way, is the parcel shelf. It's a fabric one, attaches across here as well. Please excuse my phone, sorry about that. So on here you have got, as I mentioned, this has got the air suspension, so you can raise and lower the whole back of the car, which is a really nice feature. Dog owners will know the benefits of having something like that. If you've got an older dog or one that's a little bit too small to jump in there, might be a helpful thing to have. And again, that is your button for the tow bar, which you'll see just popping out just down there. So that is all fitted, and again, you have got your electrics there as well, so that's all locked into place. Pop it away if you're not bothered about it. And that is that camera I mentioned about the clear view mirror at the back. You can see the top of my little head. There you go. So there you go, there's a little look at this Defender. Unbelievable value for money now, these, for a car of that age, that mileage, in that condition. One thing actually, massive thing, completely forgot to mention, this whole car has been fitted with Xpel PPF, paint protection film. Xpel, an incredibly good product on the PPF. It is all self-healing. So let's say you get some bush marks down here. Let's say you live in the country, tight country roads, and you have to scrape down the side of a bush to get past a tractor, let's say. And you get some very fine scratches throughout here. You can, quite as easily as boiling a kettle and running that boiling water across the PPF, it will self-heal, which is massive. And again, with the condition of this thing for its age and mileage, with full PPF, it's rare you'll hear us use the word immaculate or brand new, but that is essentially going to be brand new underneath that PPF. It's a massive cost on these as well. You'll be talking thousands of pounds to have that fitted. So a massive benefit. Again, it's been fitted by Project R as well, so really good people to be fitting PPF to your car. You'd never know it had it unless we told you, hence me forgetting it. But it's the whole car, it's all the way around. So again, that is another massive feature on this. Can't believe I forgot about it. But there you go, that is the Defender D250 X-Dynamic HSE that we've just got into stock at Kingsbridge. Brilliant options list. The full options list will be on the advert, which will pop it as a link in the description below, direct to that on our website. Can't imagine this one will last very long, but if you are interested, please don't hesitate to give us a call. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next one.